This clip is brought to you by VegasWinners.com. Get expert sports betting advice from some of the best handicappers in the world. Head on over to VegasWinners.com and win yourself some money.
Well, after TNA, you return to the Indies and Ring of Honor for a short time before NXT comes calling. Talk about how that conversation goes and why you were originally brought in not under a full-time deal.
The conversation at the time, obviously some of that remit of not hiring TNA guys was still kind of in the ether. It wasn't a solid thing, but it was definitely kind of like an unspoken guideline. And, TNA was, NXT was kind of gaining steam, traction at the time. And I remember I was in, I think, San Jose for Mania weekend doing a few shows. I'd left TNA at this point and ran into a few people here and there and had a couple of initial kind of just hello meetings. And then eventually, I think odd chain events through Paul Heyman initially. Then I think he went to Road Dogg and Joey Mercury and a few other guys. And then finally Regal jumped on board. Then they kind of made a little coalition of introducing me to Hunter. They all kind of got together and said, all right, we got to get Joe and Hunter connected. And myself and Hunter got connected and we had a meeting. And, he just proposed something. He goes, kind of a crazy idea, new thing. I know you want to do international stuff. You got your own thing going on. I don't know how receptive we are to bringing you in to WWE. I said, that's no problem whatsoever. He goes, maybe we will work it out. You can come work for us, kind of give us first right of refusal, and then you can work wherever else you want. We'll do a merch deal. We'll do a couple other deals. And it was a very, very awesome setup for the type of contract. Like, it was very, very cool. Like, I actually look forward to it because I was just like, this, for what I had planned for that summer and what I was gonna do, it was gonna be a pretty cool thing. And so we agreed on that, shook on it. I made my debut. We put the shirts on sale. And I think the next day he walked up to me and we had tapings the next day, and Hunter just goes, oh, hey, number 2 last night. I said, oh, number 2. He goes, oh, what's that? He goes, merch sales. I go, oh, cool, for NXT. He goes, no, the entire company is shirt sold out. We're back ordered. Go, oh, awesome. So I was real happy about that. And then, a couple of things after that. And I think based off of that and just kind of in our initial working together and him realizing, oh, you show up on time and you do the work and you're easy to deal with. And yeah, cool. And he just goes, well, I think we want to put you on a full-time deal. And the full-time deal was offered. And then, yeah, I think a couple more transfer deals in there, and we're still here today.
So Joe, is that like the old Shawn Michaels thing? Is that the boyhood dream come true? Had you always hoped to work for WWE as a young person, or when you were first breaking in?
I kind of fell into this. I was always a wrestling fan, always a WWE fan, because on the West Coast, it's really the majority of what we got. A little bit of NWA world class here and there, but not too much. And, I think it was, like I said, I think wrestling was the only thing that me and my father could sit down and watch together. Maybe Laker basketball, but other than that, that was probably about it. Because we hated each other's teams in every other sport. So, so yeah, it's something I grew up with. And, getting involved with this, I'd been a Polynesian dancer for my parents for the better part of since I was 5 until, I started wrestling, which was in my early 20s. And, I'd never been off a stage my entire life. So, kind of coming over to pro wrestling and doing this, like, my family knew what the deal was. They were all on board, and, it worked out great. And, yeah, they're super supportive in my endeavors.
A lot of people talk about your era of NXT as being sort of like the heyday of NXT. What made that era of NXT so special, do you think?
You just had a collection of great talent, at one time, and new and emerging talent who were coming into their own and just, were special individuals also. So, it really, there's nothing really complicated or magical about it. It just was those elements. Anytime you have, that many, world-class performers on a card, and you couple that with really, really, really just, oncoming big new superstars, it's hard not to have magic be created.
When you finally get to the main roster, you're the enforcer of Triple H, you attack Seth Rollins, and then you pin Roman Reigns all in a 2-week span. I don't think your start could have been any better. What say you?
It's a great introduction to the world, the WWE universe. So much appreciated. And, I'm glad we got some mileage out of it.
Hey, they definitely did right by you, Joe.
Yeah, no, they definitely did.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.